Ahri rework has been a huge success as her power level has skyrocketed, while Quinn has seen a massive power surge after her recent buffs. We've got you guys covered with all the emerging trends and an update on the 12.3 tier list thanks to the help of our challenger players and analyzing the most recent data. But before we get into it, be sure to check out SkillCapped if you want to truly get better at League of Legends. We're the only service that offers a money-back guarantee if you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using our service. We do this because our service really does work, and if it doesn't work for you, you shouldn't pay. Learn more at the end of this video or click the link in the description below. Alright, let's get started. We had initially placed Quinn in S tier for our pre-patch tier list, but a shift up to OP tier is in order. Buffs are proving to be even more impactful than expected, and with how the top lane meta has aligned, Quinn has so much value. Quinn can smash melee bruisers and even more so in 12.3 with the health of their items being lowered. Season 12 teleport changes are perfect for Quinn as she can roam post 6 with ult while the enemy sits on an island up in top lane. Quinn is now one of the best solo queue top laners, so if you're looking for a new addition to your champion pool, she's a great choice. Sterak's users have seen the largest drop in power for 12.3, Set being one of them. Set's base AD is much lower than other bruisers, so the fact the AD you receive from Sterak's now scales off 40% base AD has been net negative. For example, Garen's base AD at level 12 is 110, while Set's is only 100. With Gore Drinker also slightly nerfed, Set's main core items being hit has forced us to move him down the tier list. B tier is where Set will be placed for 12.3 as an average solo queue top laner. We really hoped it wouldn't come to this, but let's quickly address the Janna top lane strat. If you're not aware, players are running Smite on Janna top lane and basically perma-roaming to help their team and secure objectives. Riot has noted a fix will be coming for this in the coming patches, so it's not something we would advise spending time on. If you really want some free elo, then go ahead as the strat is super OP, but your time is better spent learning picks who aren't guaranteed to be nerfed. As much as we hate to say it, Janna top will be placed in OP tier, but her time should hopefully be short-lived. Our 3 OP top lane picks for mid-patch are Quinn, Janna, and Garen. The biggest trend halfway through the patch is how poorly Sterak's users like Illaoi, Aatrox, and Set have been performing. Any champion who likes to purchase Sterak's as a second item is feeling the effects of that nerf. On the flip side, Death's Dance users are loving life in 12.3. The Death's Dance changes have been great and make the item a much stronger core purchase regardless of the enemy composition. Riven is thriving with Death's Dance as a second purchase and is a great S tier pick. Maw changes are also really great for these bruiser tops as a second or third pickup in games where the enemy comp is heavy magic damage. Garen, Mundo, and Nasus are our top 3 picks for low elo, while Janna, Teemo, and Darius are all great bans. One of the bigger winners from the jungle in 12.3 has been Kayn. Red Kayn has got a whole lot stronger thanks to the Death's Dance alterations. Many Kayn players continue to build Sterak's third, but it's just not as optimal anymore after the nerfs. Death's Dance slotted in third is heavily outperforming. Core of Gore Drinker into Cleaver and Death's Dance is what you'll want to try out this patch. The durability and sustain throughout extended fights is absolutely insane with this setup. Kayn finds a spot in the S tier as a great solo carry jungler. Hecarim was indirectly nerfed for 12.3 due to the chem tank changes, but Death's Dance alterations have helped to even things out. The majority of Hecarim players continue to build Sterak's third, but swap it for Death's Dance and you're golden. Chem tank into Manamune second and Death's Dance third is how you'll play it. Overall, Hecarim is definitely weaker for 12.3 as a result of repeated chem tank nerfs, but he's only dropped from OP into S. Other than that, there's not anything too crazy to update for jungle midway through the patch. Nunu is dominating the solo queue meta and remains the lone OP pick. Any junglers who can swap out Sterak's for Death's Dance should be looking to do so for most games. Xin Zhao and Jarvan have both seen a considerable drop in win rate this patch, but it's mainly due to poor itemization. Stat-wise, Xin players who build Death's Dance are winning 5% more than Sterak's users, which is a huge discrepancy. Warwick, Trundle, and Nunu are the best junglers to climb low elo. Nunu, Diana, and Hecarim are the highest priority bans of 12.3. Ahri is a legitimate OP mid lane pick for the first time in ages. The mini rework has done wonders for Ahri as her solo carry power has shot up tremendously. Being able to acquire resets on Ultimate allow good Ahri players to take over in mid-game skirmishes. Matchup-wise, Ahri still struggles into high mobility pick champs like Fizz and Kiana, so using your ban on one of them will do you good. The overall impact Ahri can have over games has propelled her into OP tier as a premier carry in 12.3. One mid laner many players are sleeping on at the moment is Cassiopeia. The driving factor in Cassio's rise was due to Rylai's buffs a few patches back. Item is slotting in exceptionally well as a core second or third purchase, and with the cost reduction, you can hit a nice 3-item spike quite early on. Cass is the perfect answer to Ahri as well, as her ultimate and W do a great job at shutting down Ahri's mobility and pick threat. Cassio will be rated a very strong S tier mid for 12.3. Our OP tier for mid lane is comprised of Ahri, Victor, and Fizz. Corki and Twisted Fate have seen a massive slice in strength due to their direct nerfs. On top of the nerfs, there's actually a bug going around with Twisted Fate's W, causing the animation to be much slower, so we definitely recommend staying away completely. Zeri mid lane is a pretty interesting pick being played by pros in solo queue that has some merit in the right hands. Into melee mids, Zeri can be a good counter as you have strong early harass and run exhaust to cut down on their all-in strength. Best low elo picks for mid lane are Veigar, Malz, and Annie. A couple good bans include Victor, Kassadin, and Ahri. Despite the Zeri nerfs, to no one's surprise, they haven't accomplished much in regards to lowering her power level. The Trinity Force into Hurricane build remains extremely strong and is a major factor to Zeri's strength. Spellblade proc from Trinity works so well with Zeri's Q, while the added durability allows you to play up closer and keep ultimate stacks running. The Enchanter support meta also allows Zeri to thrive on her 2-item spike. Zeri is placed in OP tier as the highest priority marksman of 12.3. Biggest loser from the bot lane this patch has been Caitlyn. A couple direct nerfs have left her in a much weaker state and outclassed by the majority of ADCs. Good Caitlyn players can still make her work, but there are better options above Kate's B tier standing. The bot lane meta is being dominated by the likes of Zeri and Vayne, while Veigar is extremely undervalued. Jhin and Jinx are also super strong right now, but just a small cut below the OP picks. Senna has landed about where we expected after her soul drop rate nerf. She's still a good A tier pickup, but nothing like the OP champ from 12.2. With Kate nerfed, it opens things up for the recently buffed Tristana. If you like playing aggressively early in lane, then Tristana is now one of the best who fits that criteria. To escape low elo the fastest, look into spamming Veigar, MF, or Ziggs. Vayne, Zeri, and Jinx are on top of the ban list for 12.3. Support role has been extremely quiet midway through 12.3 without any noteworthy new trends popping up. Senna, Janna, and Blitz remain the most broken supports to climb ranked. Enchanters have really taken the meta by storm as Janna, Lulu, Soraka, and Sona are all exceptional picks. Nami, on the other hand, is fresh off her 12.3 nerfs, which has put a halt to her solo queue strength. You'll find Nami in A tier, a cut below most of the other enchanters. Soraka, Senna, and Zyra are all great low elo picks, while Senna, Blitz, and Janna are the most valuable bans of the patch. Alright guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little more about SkillCapped. So, we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's like a gym membership guaranteeing you'll get ripped. Your local gym would go bust if they offered that, right? Not us. We've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium league guides on the internet. We add over 20 videos a week, with over 1,600 guides curated into over 100 courses no one can compare. We've also sent challenger players into ELO Hell 714 times and counting, where they commentate how to carry live. They also respond to all questions asked. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you are serious about improving. And that's going to wrap everything up for our mid-patch 12.3 tier list update. Good luck in solo queue, and we'll see you back soon.